No, I'm good. Oh no, I'm cutting it out.
Oh yeah. Huh? Good afternoon and welcome to the It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam podcast. I'm your gracious and humble co-host, Mr. Samuel Hutchins, and my brother from another mother, Mr. Reginald Rutledge. Reggie, how's it going?
I am doing quite wonderful, my man Sam. How about you, sir?
I am good.
All right.
Had a whole week off, rested, feel really good, rejuvenated. With us today, and I'm always excited, but today I'm a little bit, maybe, a little more excited because this is your expertise, Reggie. You are our resident relationship guru. And
yes,
I thought
sir.
it would be a good idea that if we did not have it all one-sided, that we had a woman's perspective. And that is what we are doing now. So with that being said, that's a terrible segue, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce our in-studio guest. So glad that you came with the author of Wisdom Nuggets, Miss Dabriah Brown. Dabriah, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
And we actually got a fake audience clap. I don't know why I forgot it, but I left it.
It's okay.
But anyway, we'll do that. But again, as always, we are broadcasting live from a porta potty at a Walmart parking lot from Keep Running, Mississippi, which is just kind of like, we're here to entertain and inform, and that was just to get you guys. Today is going to be a really hot button topic because it deals with the human side of relationships, not the what's supposed to be, what is. And I got and our in-studio guest has similarities to perspectives and opposite perspectives of our quote-unquote relationship guru. So one of the questions that I posed last night was about, and it seems we got to draw the most attention. I'm just going to go ahead and say it was something else, because this thing went all over the place.
Stir the pot.
Okay, we finished stir the pot. The question that I had posed on Facebook, and a lot of people chimed in then, but I need you guys to chime in now because the description, the calling line is in the description. Please, by all means, call in. The question that I asked was, is there a statute of limitations when it comes to dating your friend's ex? And that thing went everywhere. So all I can say is, for me, and I don't mean to be mean or anything like that, for me, once we're done, it's really not about me anymore. I mean, and one of the interesting things that I read, I can't think of the lady's name right now, but I hope she calls in and expounds on it. She said it's a no for her because how do you know that they weren't, that she wasn't interested in him while they were in the relationship, that she didn't know that. How do you know that they were? And I said, and again, we are all, the sum total of our life's experience. And how we react to certain experiences, they're all different, so to speak. But as for me, myself, again, I don't care. I mean, I can still be friends with somebody, but I guess it just depends on who you are and how they feel about that. I don't know, but that thing stirred the pot. That one absolutely did. The grill, you can chime in.
Reggie, you want to go first?
No, I'm gonna listen to you. I'm waiting. I'm just gonna let everybody go ahead and put that thing in.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit because I can agree on both sides. Now, my personal views are that I could not, because, like I was telling Reggie earlier, if you're my friend, like my close friend, more than likely when you're going through things or you need a shoulder or an ear, I'm listening to you. So there's a certain level of intimacy there, and I feel like it's out of bounds and out of order to be interested in your person after you've shared, your innermost whatever. And then I'm not just somebody's friend to say I'm a friend. I'm a real friend, and I don't have many friends. So I'm loyal, and I take that very seriously. So once you dated somebody and it was a serious thing, and I'm not talking about we were kids and y'all had a crush in elementary school and passed notes. I mean, you were in a relationship, you're my friend. That automatically makes that person off limits to me.
Forever?
I don't see them in that light. I don't see myself going behind my friends.
What I kind of see what you said. I'm like that with my brothers. See,
it's girl code. Y'all have a guy code. We have a
well, I don't know if you really call it a code. I just
no,
think,
y'all got a code.
Is that a code?
No,
Reggie, is that a code?
Well, I don't know though. I don't know because
Is it a code or because there are brothers who have had, who do that, who will do that.
But
so
usually,
I don't think that's a code.
But usually guys that go behind other guys, it's usually because they really didn't think much of the woman anyway, right? But if it was a woman that y'all held in high esteem,
I don't know.
But also you have to look at the fact that that was your guy. So maybe I didn't think enough of the guy. Let's forget the woman. Let's look at the guy.
Forget the woman.
No, but here's the thing. If you're my guy, right?
Okay.
And I know you dated a particular woman or particular female, I'm gonna respect you as my guy. Because the woman, that was a woman you chose. And I'm never looking at that woman that way. That's your woman. You see, my point is, that's your woman and I'm respecting you. I would never say anything to her, anything disrespectful to her because of you. See, I have to always look at the future because
so
that
if you're saying
relationship.
if you were just not to cut you off, but what you're saying that if it's a guy that you just randomly know, that doesn't apply. If you know if it's a guy that you randomly know, he's a guy you see in the club. You might buy him a drink, he may buy you a drink, but y'all not boys, but y'all see each other, y'all just
Yeah, but
so is that different? Would that be different as opposed to somebody that you grow in gardens with and going and all this other stuff that y'all do together?
It still may be different, but again, that's your girl, and I'm good with that, and I'm gonna respect that. Because see, it's gonna be enough women that I can choose from that I don't have to choose your woman.
Okay, all right.
You chose your woman. So in other words,
what if she choose you?
But see, we're not gonna go that route.
You would?
She'll know. I'm not the one. I don't want to do that. And guess what, Sam?
What's that?
Out of my 61 years, I've never had that because they know. Okay, that's his friend or whatever. See what I mean? And I kind of sort of don't want to go behind some dude that I know, even a random guy.
See, that
I just don't want to.
But here's the thing: if you weren't her first, you're always gonna be going behind somebody.
Yeah, but there are people out of. But I don't know.
People that I know, not people I have a bond with.
Again, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have a quote unquote bond with him. He's just a dude he see. Just a dude that you see.
I thought we were talking about friends though. Going behind.
No, he was talking about friends, but I took it to like if you didn't know this person. Like that,
because he kept putting everybody.
But he kept.
Think about it.
And
everybody's been with somebody.
As the world turns, that's what I'm saying. But it seems to be different. It's a different degree of the code, whatever you want to call it, because he knows the guy and they're friends, as opposed to somebody that you didn't know.
Now, it was a random cat at a bar, and we standing at the bar, and he said, "Hey, I used to dig that lady right there. You check her out, man. That's different. That is different."
That's objectifying. That's objectifying.
But no, check it out. He's saying, "Hey, man, I used to." But like I said, that's the random dude. He may have been with, he may not. It's just I don't know. But you see,
I don't know if I would trust some random woman that brought telling me, "I used to date him, girl. You need to try him out." I don't know.
And so he may say that, but again, a lot of those situations aren't going to happen to me because I'm really not a real sociable, get down kind of guy. My circle is real limited, so I'm not going to be able to talk and do that anyway.
Kiki on my live, Kiki, the calling number is in the description if you want to call in and chime in. But she just said this just happened to her recently.
Okay.
Where a friend just, I guess, picked up her ex. Now, when I saw her comment, in my mind, my first thought was, if this was somebody who was your friend and that was your ex, that kind of made me feel like, well, maybe she was feeling him anyway. Maybe she was already watching him anyway. So now you got to question your friendship with this person. Like, are you really my friend if you're looking at my guy in a way to where, oh, if Bree ever decide, then I'm just going to swoop in on that. Like, are you really my friend if you viewing my person that way?
What? Here's the thing. This is what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. Leland Smith. Hey, Leland, how's it going? God's going to speak on something that he's doing later on. This has been really, really good in the community. He's just recently become a Facebook friend of mine. But again, thank you for listening, Mr. Leland.
Ownership was her ex's friend that came.
Okay. But here's the thing. What if, and I keep saying what if because these things happen, and none of this stuff is personal, so no, this didn't happen to me. But what I'm saying is, what if they didn't look at each other like that at all till 15 years later?
But we got a plot twist. She says that her ex introduced her to this guy, and after they broke up, the ex's friend came at her. He shot his shot at her. So y'all two are friends.
Okay.
You're dating a lady.
Okay.
Y'all break up.
Okay.
And Reggie said, okay, here's my chance. What do y'all think about that as guy friends?
How recent?
I'm assuming this is very recent.
But again, and I guess I'm just built different. I wouldn't care.
If this was somebody that you had a really close, this wasn't a casual dating situation. You were in a full-fledged relationship.
Yeah.
And your heart was invested in this person. You wouldn't feel some kind of way if Reggie
when it's over for me, it is over. And I'm fine with it. I don't even need to know why. If somebody comes to me and tell me, and Reggie, you and I have had this conversation. If a woman comes to me and tells me that I don't want to be with you anymore, you know what I want to say? Okay. I don't even need to know why. Because at that point, it's about, what is it about, Reggie?
The decision was made without
It was made without me. So at that point, it's about me accepting that. I don't have a say so in it. But if she came to me and told me that was that, it's time for me to move on.
But what's the statute of limitations on that? Y'all break up yesterday, it happens, you feel a certain way, and then y'all broke up last year, it happens, you don't feel a certain way, or it's just from the time y'all break up?
I guess I'm just Bill. I don't have a problem with moving on.
So you just flip it on and off like a switch.
Funny, ain't it? It's odd, isn't it? But people tell me that all the time. Almost every relationship that I've been in, we want to be friends. Because I always I want to end it like we started. We started out being friends. Let's end it being friends. And if you just didn't want me no more, I'm fine with that. Because I didn't come to you and tell you that I didn't want you no more. You came to me and told me you didn't want me no more.
Well, I can.
But I'm still gonna be who I am.
Because when I'm done, I'm done. But that's usually because I've exhausted every possibility.
And you know that. That's why it's easier for me. That's why it's easy for me to walk away and say, if somebody says, I don't want you no more, you're not making me happy, I'm going on to someone else. That's why it's easy for me, because I know that I've done all I can do. So at that point, but you don't want. I mean, if you want to be
the way you and Reggie talk, I'm sure you would have let him know that y'all confide in each other, y'all just talking.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it just, to me, that would just feel so weird for my friend. We're not talking about some random female.
No.
I'm talking about a friend of mine, and I take friendships seriously because I don't have many. I can count them on one hand. So This is my girl. This is like my sister. This is like family to me, and I just can't imagine her being with this person and tell me all these details when she wants to share, and then I'm like, ooh, I want to go try him out. I just feel like that's a violation.
But
flag on the plate. Like, we don't do that.
But again, we're talking about that's me, and maybe I'm just built different in that regard.
Well, like I told you, I have had a couple situations where somebody came to me, hey, I know you used to talk to so and so. Would you be upset if we talk? And because it was years ago, no, fine. If that's who you want to be, so I don't expect somebody to just sit and forever.
But do they owe you that courtesy?
If you're my friend, yes, that's where friendship comes in. Like I said, random women, whatever, but I feel like as my friend, it's just certain boundaries you just don't cross. What happened to integrity? What happened to, loyalty and being able to trust your friends? I feel like if there's a female going behind me, like the cleanup woman, what else can I not trust you with? It's not just about relationships. Now, can I trust you with other things? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just built different, but I just feel like there's certain things you just don't do out of respect for yourself and the people that you call your friends.
Victoria, my sister-in-law, how you doing? Thanks for looking. Chime in and help your brother-in-law out here. They're trying to gang me over here. But what I'm
Ooh, that's complicated.
what's complicated?
She says, April says, what if the female is just a side piece and the friend comes and approaches the side piece? I don't know.
I don't think that's a whole other. That's another subject.
I don't know if I want to touch that.
That's another subject in another room. Not this one today.
Not
this room today. I'm not experienced. I'm not experienced with the side piece thing.
I had a guy we were kind of distant friends or whatever, and I got with a woman a couple of times, so to speak. Then he started dealing with her, no problem. Years later, I ran into her. They weren't together. Yeah. Then she and I started connecting again.
But that's a little different.
That was kind of
how is that different?
We weren't like boys.
Yeah, like they're not bosom buddies. I'm saying like your best friend in the whole world. Your best friend in the whole world.
So it's levels to it. It's levels to it.
Thank you.
So we'll just say that.
There are levels.
It's levels to it.
Thank you.
Right.
So you got a bosom buddy, somebody that you would die and put your life on the line for, and he divorces his wife, and then you would go and be with the ex-wife if she felt like you were her guy. Like that's, you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like I'm talking about your bosom buddy, like your guy, your buddy, your pal.
And we've had situations like that where an ex-co-worker dated his friend's ex-girlfriend. And people do it, and it worked for him. So, but he went to the guy. Would you mind if I dated your ex? He was like, oh man, I'm
they
good.
had a conversation.
But they had a conversation.
I'm just saying, you just randomly spring this on your friend. I haven't talked about it.
Okay, riddle me this, Batman. If he told you, oh no, go ahead. But then when he did, he had some kind of way about it. I shouldn't have said
that.
That's on him though, because he shouldn't have agreed to it if he knew he was gonna have a problem with it. That's where you gotta be adults and be like, well, you said, and so we're not gonna do that. What we not gonna do is act like I just made this move and you didn't co-sign first. Like,
so what would you say if he said? What would you tell him if he came and told you that I made a mistake? I feel some kind of type of way.
Oops, your bad, because I'm already in.
Right, but they're already in at that point.
Y'all are vicious, you know that. Y'all talk about me. Y'all are vicious.
That's not vicious. You had an adult conversation where you said, "Hey, I wanted to approach you about person XYZ. I know y'all used to have something going. If I decided to date this person, would you be okay with that?"
Why
she said, "Yeah, Bree, that's fine with me. I'm all right." Boundaries, loyalty, respect. Because again, I'm thinking from the perspective of my friend. I don't just call people my friend. I know a lot of people. I know of a lot of people. If I call you my friend, you're like family to me. I love my friends as their family. Like,
I'm with you on that. I know a lot of people, but I don't call a lot of them friends.
Right.
I know and care about a lot of people.
So for me, a friend is somebody that's intimate with me. You're my people. You're my person. You're the person that can call me any time of day or night if you need anything, emergency situations, emergency contacts. So I just feel like there are boundaries there. So if you're my friend, of course, if I felt that strongly about something, and it's got to have been a while though. I can't be going behind my girlfriend and it's just fresh out like the paint ain't even dry yet. Like I can't do that.
Okay, well, and then let's answer this question then. What is the statute of limitations?
It's more than a couple of months. For me, it's got to be more than a year or so. It's got to be a little minute.
Make it make sense. How long is it?
You know what? Okay, I'll give you one.
I
think this must have been maybe about 2 years ago. I was introduced to somebody, and me and him were just talking, getting along fine. And one day, I'm out with a friend of mine, and I'm showing her a picture. She was like, "Oh, I know him, and we've been intimate before." And that's a matter of fact, we were intimate a lot. And I'm like, "Oh, well, how recent is that?" And she's telling me, "Oh, but girl, no, it was nothing like that. If you want to talk to him, that's fine." But as her friend,
did she tell you how long it had been?
She did. But because of her being my friend, how close we are. Now, me and this guy had never been intimate. We had never been on a date or anything. It had just been conversation to that point. But because of my friendship with her, it made me feel weird that I was going behind my friend. So I let him know. I talked to him. I was like, "Hey, do you know someone?" He was like, "Yes, I do know her." I said, and he was like, "Oh, how do you know her?" And I said, "Well, we're really good friends." And he already knew. He was like, "Okay, so I guess I know what that means." I said, "Yeah, I just wouldn't feel right going behind her. And I did let her know. So she said she didn't have a problem with it. She was okay. But I felt some kind of way just because of the loyalty and respect that I have for my friend.
Okay. Hey, Linda McConnell, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And Miss Shirley Mathis. Shirley Mathis, thank you too for watching as well. Call somebody. Get in on this conversation. Again, guys, use the calling line. If you got something you want to say, we would love to hear. As a matter of fact, we have a contest going. I forgot to mention that at the top of the broadcast. The fifth caller gets a $25 gift card. So you can do whatever you want to. The fifth caller, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's 5 of these. 5 of these.
Yeah, you get 25. And the best call in will also get a $50 gift card. So by all means, use that call in line. We are sitting right here. What's it? Yeah, is it on? We're on? It's working, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, well, we're waiting on you guys.
Yeah, call us, please. Chime in.
So-
We'd love to hear you.
So again, you still have statute of limitations. Is there one?
I'd
Yes
say
or
about-
no?
I'd say
Yes or
about-
no?
I'd say about a year. About a year. You go ahead. You
So
go
the
ahead.
question is,
Sounds reasonable. If
You
if
go ahead.
y'all
You
are
go ahead
okay
after a
with it.
year. I'm good with that.
so if, and again, I'm being hypothetical here. So if somebody that you know, a friend of yours dated, and they come to you like 7 or 8 years past their breakup, would you pursue that relationship? If
No,
somebody
not
come to you?
me. Not me.
So what happened to the year of limitation?
No, I'm saying if it was somebody I knew
Uh-huh.
and they wanted to get with them.
7, 8 years?
Yeah,
no,
see,
after a year
I
or two,
agree
if
with
you
that.
want to, go ahead, man.
I
I'm
don't,
good.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This was like, say, 8 years down the road. Somebody.
Oh, if they wanted to get with them,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah, I would be
I'm
okay
just saying
with them
I
getting
wouldn't.
together. Yeah, me
I
personally,
wouldn't.
I just
Why
could
wouldn't
not.
you?
I wouldn't because I know enough women. I don't have to deal with. I don't have to deal with
Pretty
anybody.
said, because
you
I'm
have.
the man out here in these streets. And
I
I
just
don't
know
need
enough women.
nobody's second
I know
best,
enough
right?
women. I don't have to deal with somebody you dealt with.
Rich,
I'm just saying because I have a whole bunch of stuff going on in my head anyway. So I'm thinking, I don't know about maybe that dude was so and so. See, I don't know. So a conversation or two, and then if you're my guy, I know some of your habits. I know who you are and how you are,
Well, see,
and I don't want
I
to deal
didn't
with all
even
that.
want to touch that. I didn't want to touch that.
But see, I guess that's why I'm dealing. I don't kiss and tell. I never did.
Right, and then but some guys do,
I was not
and if
kissing
you're
that.
telling, well, man, we did this, we did that, I'm just not really trying to do all that.
Yeah, because when we were growing up
Yeah,
in our 20s, yeah, I might have been 20s. Anyway, but anyway, I was the guy that had his own apartment. You know, his own car. I was the only of the group. I was the only one that had their own place. So whatever shenanigans we did on Friday, everybody came over and talked about them on Saturday at my house,
okay,
at my apartment.
okay,
And of course they would get around and they would start telling stories, and I'd be like, man, why they doing that?
yeah,
But and then when they come to ask me, saying, I saw you such and such, like, man, I heard such and such. I said, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
right. I'm saying, yeah.
No, I'm not. But again, that was the gentleman in me.
Right.
That was instilled. That was the gentleman
That's
in me.
your
Okay.
character.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the gentleman in me.
That's it right there.
Wouldn't allow me to do that.
Right.
I mean, some of the stories I heard, man, these girls still smell. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why would you tell somebody that?
Right.
You know, why would you tell another?
Character.
Yeah, but I would never do that.
But if the guy told you,
He told me, yeah.
if the guy told you
though.
she smelled, pretty much she probably still smelling.
Well,
So therefore, what do I want?
yeah, we talking 30 years ago.
I don't care. It could be 30 years later. Some people never correct the problem.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, we don't know. But if she was smelling then, and he says, "Hey man, blah blah blah," I don't want that. I just don't even want to deal
we
with
need
it.
to throw a disclaimer in here right now because
I mean, we can.
Well,
but I'm just-
Charles, me throw your disclaimer in.
but I'm just saying,
Look.
with all that going on, once you're told all of that, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I just
I'm
don't
not-
have any
I
interest
would-
in trying to find out if somebody shared with me something about somebody they were intimate with. I'm just not the type of person like, ooh, let me go see. No, that's
See,
y'all stuff.
guys
Like,
are a different breed. Cause trust me, there were like 3 or 4 more dudes in that room that day went that way.
I'm sure, but that's usually how it goes. But see, that's
Yeah.
the difference
They
between women
went
and
that
men.
way.
And that's why a lot of times, even if you meet a new woman, she may tell you stuff about her old guy or ex
I try
boyfriend
to
or
do
whatever.
that.
Sometimes when you
Yeah,
do
I don't want to
that,
hear about nobody's
But see,
But
that's where you have. But see, that's where you have to be careful. Because
But my thing is this, and I gotta stand for that. When you talk about somebody telling you something, you shouldn't ask for information that's gonna be a burden to you once you get it.
Because
Be careful what you ask for.
because if you tell me, I'm gonna come back with it. I'm gonna say, wait a minute, now you said you did such and such. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my thing.
That's a whole.
Right. If you told me,
oh my God,
this is what your ex did, and I said, well, what happened? Oh, well, I went along with it. I kind of was okay with it. Oh, well, hey, I'm good. I'm trying to see what's happening too. Yeah.
So
see,
y'all
a
really
lot.
But I do.
A lot of what you sounded like, Reggie, and I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I'm trying to clean it up a little bit.
Okay.
You objectifying with me because I'm pretty sure. I want somebody out there to call in or either get in the chat room and tell us what y'all think about what Reggie's position is on this.
But it's not really. But see, here's the thing: it's not really objectifying women. It's just what it is because they objectify us.
Do you really?
Okay, how do we objectify y'all?
It's the same thing. There's certain things that you want from a man. There's certain things you say, this man needs to do this, and this for me. That's it, and that's okay. That's okay. But there's certain things that you want as a woman. Period. It's just what it is. And there's certain things I would want as a man.
Want or expect?
I expect that
want or expect?
I expect because she expects stuff.
Give me some reasonable things that you would expect. Reasonable.
Well, I ain't got but one thing I expect.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
well,
and we're not.
that's just me.
We
That's
may
just
have
me.
kids, right? So we
Yeah,
definitely
we got kids, but I'm just saying that my thing is
let's just go without saying.
Yeah, but of course. I mean, it goes
School,
without
what's
saying.
up?
Right.
Okay,
Now,
outside of that, what are some other
that's I'm pretty good on everything else. I'm good.
You don't need
School
anything
saying
else
something
outside
to
of
you,
that?
Reg. She said, what? She said,
What? Let me see.
Here's the
What
thing.
is Reggie
Reggie?
capping about?
what?
Here's the thing.
Now you know, yeah. Somebody just asked. Colleen just asked, "What are you capping about?"
Okay, here's
Explain to me what is capping.
lying. That's
Lying.
that's a new
Okay,
word for
capping
lying.
means lying?
Yeah, capping means
Okay.
lying. Yeah.
Okay.
Capping means lying. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I bring enough to the table that really
You know what?
I just don't need a
People
whole
talk
lot
about
from
this
a
table a lot.
woman.
What do you feel like you
I
bring
mean,
to
I
the
work.
table?
I got my own thing. I do what I'm supposed to do. I can cook. I can clean. I can sew. I can do all that stuff. So when a woman says, well, I can do all this, I got all that.
Okay.
But I don't need that.
But everything you
I
just
need the
said,
one thing that I need.
Yeah.
I heard a lady
That's
say
all.
the other day, that's basics. She said that y'all want applause for things that are just basic. That's everyday.
Okay,
Your
well, what
mama
does she
should've
want?
taught
Well,
you
what
that.
does she want?
Everybody has that.
Okay,
what
what?
exceptional do you feel like you bring to
That
and this is
exceptional.
not me. This is for those women that say, because I
What
see this
exceptional-
argument all
what
the
exceptional
time
does a
about
woman bring?
they want us to applaud them for basic stuff. Cook, clean. You're supposed to be able to do that
Okay.
as a person, as a human anyway.
Okay.
Outside of that, the basics.
I'm good.
So you say you don't get that. So you-
Outside of the basics, what do you feel like you bring
That's
to the
it.
table?
So you
That's
don't-
it. I'm nothing. And I'll work with, and I'll accept that.
No, I'm
You're-
just asking
no, no.
because I mean, not
Because
me.
if-
I see this
I mean,
a lot.
I can't. I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, I can't fly, or I don't have superpowers where I can move stuff across the table with my mind.
No telekinesis.
Right? I don't have no telekinesis. But other than that, I'm good.
Colleen
I'm
said
good.
what now? She said, what did that say?
Right? I'm good after that.
Trying to keep.
Keep it G rated. I know
Yeah.
it's kids watch.
But it's okay. But we know what we talking
Thanks,
about.
Carlita.
Say play the piano. All I need to do is play the piano. We play the piano, I'm good. Everything else we got.
Okay.
As long as we can play the piano when we need to have a recital, I'm good.
Dabriah, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
After this one more.
Okay.
Are there certain criteria a guy needs to have upon meeting you? Like some people got this thing, a guy has to have his own, can't be living with his mama, that's out. You know, you're 30 years old, still living with your mama, that's out. You got a job and you can't be 30 years old, have a job, making less than $20,000 a year and staying with your mama.
I'm glad you brought this up.
You can't have more than 2 baby mamas. Or you can't have more than 1 kid. I'm saying, what kind of criteria, as a woman, what are the flag for a woman to say, I'm not going to pursue this, and how realistic are those boundaries that you set up?
First off, let me just say, because a lot of people won't say this, I can't speak for all women because I'm not all women and I'm different. Each of us is different. You have a set of women who have this list and these rules and these standards, and a lot of times, sis, y'all, some of y'all gonna hate me for this, but a lot of times those women are single because of that. Because you're running people off from being interested because you got this whole long list, and he basically got to be Superman, like he said. You got to have on a case, superpowers or whatever. So I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here. Okay. However, me personally, I would expect somebody to have the basis in place. If he is 30, staying with his mom, why? I think it's very important to get to know a person and find out why they're in the situation they're in. If you're telling me, I'm at my mom's, but it's because I decided last year I'm going to downsize and I'm getting my credit together and I'm saving money and I'm working on purchasing a home. Yeah. So are you at your parents with a plan? Which is probably another podcast for another day, but as our community, we have a tendency to want to push our kids on out the door at 18 and not equipped for life, instead of setting them up to where you can stay home, but if you got a goal and, because I want you to be stable out there. Yeah. So if he's at home because maybe life happened, COVID happened, I lost my job, I'm getting back on my feet, just got on my feet, so I'm looking for a place, but I don't want to rent again, I'm trying to buy a home, that's why I'm at my mom's, so it's certain things you need to have certain conversations, ask questions, but of course you want a man that has the basics. If you can't take, me personally, I don't mind life happening to a man because I've been in some situations. I slept in my car before.
We all have.
However, I feel like in that state, when I was in that state, the last thing I was worried about was a relationship. So if you're in such a bad state, sir, that you don't even have the basics together, you have no business pursuing me. Not only because you could potentially be providing for me or something or giving me something I can't give myself, but because if you can't see about you, how you gonna see about somebody else? What you got to offer if you don't even know how you gonna eat today? What you doing trying to take me out to dinner? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
How long does it take you think to get to know a person before?
Well, see,
because there are some guys that can tell you everything that you just said. Oh, I'm just staying at my mom for a minute, and then when you get to know him, you realize he's been there for 5 years.
But see, that's where discernment comes in. That's where you gotta have some common sense.
Everybody doesn't have discernment.
That's why you gotta have some common sense, sis, and not just be listening to everything somebody tell you. You gotta watch for certain signs. Look at a person's character. Watch how is he moving. I had somebody that told me everything I wanted to hear. They did everything just like Golden Pimp. Baby, I can give you the world, stars in the universe too. And I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, this man ain't even got what he need to have. How he gonna get?
So he's delusional.
Right, delusional. And some
and he's trying to pull you in that delusional world.
Some will say anything they can say just so they play the piano.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's where you got to know how to pick and choose who. You can't, I heard something so awesome this week. You can't pick and choose who comes at you, but you do get to pick and choose who and what you entertain.
Okay.
You have no control over the bombs or the on point men that come at you, but you decide which one of them you want to give your attention to and your conversation to and your time to. So you got to know what you're looking for. That's why it's so clear for you to have you together. Because if I don't even know,
but you got to know, who you are first.
Exactly.
But a lot of people, men and women, are defined by that other person. They define their worth by what that other person thinks. Because they don't have the value of themselves. They don't know. Excuse me. They don't know, their worth, and so they wind up in situations not that they really want to be in. They wind up in those situations out of convenience. And that can lead to some bitterness. That leads to some bitterness because now you're in a situation that you really don't want to be in, that you just settle because you feel like you need to have some sense of worth, and and some people say, well, it's better than being alone. Is it really?
No.
Is it really?
No. I've never been one to be with somebody just for the sake of saying I'm with somebody.
But a lot of they don't know that. They don't know that. But we said that they've conditioned their minds to think, and they don't realize that that's really the only reason you're there, because you don't want to be by yourself. Mm-hmm. And they don't realize that. And you're not gonna fix a problem if you don't realize that there is a problem. That's what you think. That's what is a problem. If you don't admit that there's a problem, there's no need for a solution.
And that's the thing. There are certain things that a woman is going to expect from a man.
Like what?
That's it.
Yeah, what
do we
expect?
If that being said, men are objectified every day. He needs a job. He needs a car. He needs to take me out. He needs to
Well,
Let's
John,
travel.
those are basic grown man expectations.
Again,
You don't want to have that for yourself?
playing the piano is a basic expectation, a basic thing. To me, I'm talking about me. For me, this. But now here's the thing.
Okay.
When a woman meets me,
Okay. Reginald Rutledge.
correct,
Reginald Wayne Rutledge. Or Wayne Rutledge.
Okay.
and she continues to tell me what she wants and what she expects, well, let me tell you what I want. Let me tell you what I
Okay, now
expect.
that's fair. I think that's fair.
Now, when that woman says, oh, well, I'm not into all of that, or you're too old to be talking about that. I've gotten those conversations, sir.
Again, Carlisa said keep it PG.
I'm gonna just say, you're too old to be talking about that. You should be slowing down. No, you slow down. I'm gonna keep it moving.
But that's somebody trying to project their stuff on
Right,
you.
and that's what I'm saying. And I know that's what, and then I move on. Then we, next, check, and we go on. I'm not knocking anybody and what they do.
I see where you're going. Because you want
Well, show me where he's going.
Because it's basically what you won't do, somebody else will. And I need to find my person. I need to find my tribe. If you won't, that's fine.
You in the way.
You, but this is what I want.
So
and I'm
you
going to
say
find
you-
what I want.
so
And
you say
I
you in the
get
way.
you.
They're in the way,
Yeah,
and I don't knock what they. I don't knock it. I just said, okay. I've had a woman say,
I like that.
I want
I
to
love when you
meet
say okay.
here. I want dinner here. I want to do this here.
So she planned out the whole
She
deal.
planned out everything, and I said,
Without
"Oh,
you.
okay." So after that, so I just said,
Without you.
after that, then what? Huh? Excuse me? After we do all of those things that you suggested, which I'm willing to do, then what? Oh, well, I figured I'd just get back in my car and I'd go home. Oh, check. That's it. Because
This
but guess what happened?
conversation happened on the phone, right?
These are real conversations.
I know,
talking
happened
about.
on the phone, right?
On the phone. Now, that being said, these are after several conversations.
Okay.
After that, the woman calls me back and says, I realize we're not compatible. I said, well, you didn't have to call me back to tell me that. I was good with that when I said check. So what I'm saying, brother, there's a certain thing that I expect.
Yeah.
There's a certain thing I expect because they expect it. Don't
Well,
tell me.
okay, you're not alone in what you expect because they expect stuff too.
They
I see what
all
you
the time. They will tell you, I don't want a man like that. I don't want a man like that. TLC made a song. I don't want a scrub.
Hanging out the side of the bed.
I want this. And there's no problem with that. I have
Hanging
no
out the passenger
problem.
side of your
It
best
is
friend
fair for
car.
both sides to have expectations.
And it's a fair exchange. You should say ain't no robbery or
Yeah,
something
even
like that.
even swap ain't no swindle.
I
Swap
am-
ain't no swindle.
Look,
That's
I
okay.
am good.
That's above my pay grade. That's
And you know
a generation. I'm a different
Sam,
generation.
and I tell her,
Yeah, that was back in our day.
and I tell her,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay. It's okay. Keep it.
So how do you determine if you're getting what you're giving?
What do you mean?
If you are giving what she expects, how do you determine if she's giving you what you expect?
Well, because it's an even exchange all the way around.
Fair.
That's all.
What do you consider even?
Look,
If you
there's 10 things I've been given that I need to do. I've done those 10 things.
Okay.
I just got one.
I got you. This is making
I just got one. My piano playing, that's my one thing. Period. You have given me a list of everything that you want. I got you.
And you said you were willing to do those
And
things, so you didn't.
And we're gonna do more. But if the piano recital is at 3:00 in the morning, okay,
Don't laugh. I'm trying to hold it together.
we gotta go to the piano. We got to get it. Now, when we get to where, oh, let's wait. Oh, what about tomorrow? Okay.
Well, how long are you willing to wait?
What do you mean? Wait for no, because I have to start right away. See, in other words,
Do
that
you
list
think-
that I was given.
But see, do you think that's fair? Because each person has their own personal
Okay, well then we
guidelines
just
on
keep.
when
Let's just keep talking
when they're
on the phone.
willing to give their piano
What we
playing away.
Oh, 39 minutes. That's why I say.
We good?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why I say.
just want to put a disclaimer out there. We're
That's-
not broadcasting simultaneously on Anchor and Facebook Live, and will be loaded up to
I've
YouTube.
I've had $100 dates, $50 dates already set up. And the woman will say, I'll say, well, what about what I'm talking about? Well, I got to get to know you. Well, shoot, you get to know me on the phone.
But that's an
You can get to
intimate
know
thing,
me.
though. That's an intimate exchange. You can't.
Spending my
you don't
money
just
is
give
intimate.
yourself to
Well, then
anybody.
I'm just not going to give my money to know anybody.
Is
That's
it
all.
fair?
My
Well, they
money,
got- so
you're right.
that's my money.
Well, you
and
trying
my
to say
money.
she has to be worth it.
She's got to be worth. But here's what I'm saying. I'm still not going to do it if the queen came out there.
Aaron and Jackie, appreciate y'all
If the
watching.
queen showed up, okay,
Yeah.
and she says, I want this. I said, oh man, that's the queen. I still got to ask the queen, what's up? Queen, what are we getting ready to do?
Because you know who you are and you know
I
your
know who
worth.
I am and I know my worth and I know what I'm
You ever
doing.
met anybody that you felt like was worth you waiting for?
No, I never have.
So maybe that's the issue. You've never met somebody that made.
Why is that an
you feel
issue
like-
though? Why do you call that an issue? If that's the way he is, why is that an issue?
I just feel like when you meet your person, you'll find yourself doing a lot of things that maybe you said you would not do, or you find yourself opening up to them in ways that you
We
never
can
opened
be
up to
that
somebody else.
Starbucks.
Because if you know,
We
I'm
can be
doing
that
you had the first
Now,
date
but
at
if
Texas
you know
Road.
that's your woman and you know that you see that as your long term,
You're
you're
not
not
a
in a
Texas-
rush to do that because you're like that's.
We
fine
can meet at
anyway.
Starbucks, have a cup of coffee, no problem.
I
We
would-
can
But
do
you
that
wouldn't
all
want
the
to
time.
rush that person's time. I know you want to be respectful.
Then that's
considerate
fine. That's
of
fine. Don't
their
waste my
needs,
time.
too.
Don't talk to me about spending the weekend at Chateau Elan. Don't talk about me going down to this. Don't talk about me doing that. And then I said one thing about the piano, and it's a problem.
So it sounds like you don't need a woman that feels the need to be courted. Then you need somebody who's
She's
just hot and ready.
she's going to be courted, but do the things you need to do. I mean, I've talked to women.
So after one date, and you pay your money, because that almost sounds like something that's still illegal here in Georgia. That sounds like exchanging monetary gifts for some piano money.
No, because there's a lot of them out there giving it away for free.
You're right.
There's a lot of doing. They'll tell
But are
you.
you looking for anything of value though, or are
I'm
you just
giving
looking
out,
for a
that's
good
what
time?
I'm looking for. Everything of value, good times, all of that, but it all has to come together.
So
Do the good-
are you just looking for
as a
Miss
good time-
Right now or Miss Right? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for all of it. All the doors are open. All the avenues are open.
So
The
now
road isn't closed.
you're not going to deny
So
yourself
you're
an opportunity.
You're
I would
not
never
gonna
deny
narrow it
myself that.
down because when you leave it open to everything and
But-
every
But
possibility, then you getting
what
all
I'm saying,
kinds of.
that's how some women start to talk. Well, don't you want to get to know me? Don't you want to? Okay. Then let's get to know each other over the phone. Don't tell me you want to go to Papa Do's or you want to go over here or STK or you want to go to
Well,
Go
those
Show.
are free.
Show.
You know
Because
what? Probably somebody out there, and I don't know why y'all not using the calling line.
Yeah.
They probably looking at you ready, and they right.
And that's
As
fine.
cheap as he wants.
And that's-
But when you
and
get
guess
to know
what?
somebody over
And
the
that-
phone,
and
you
that's
don't have to
okay.
spend money. Y'all can go to the park. Y'all can go
But
somewhere that's
no,
free.
that's what
but
I'm saying.
You need.
They don't want to go to no.
face-to-face
They don't want to go to the park.
Well, what kind
That's
of
just
women
some
are you
stuff they
entertaining?
saying. They don't want to go to the park.
You meeting the
They-
wrong women.
Well, I mean the wrong women.
Where
And
you
I'm
looking
good.
for them at? Where you finding them at?
Everywhere.
No.
They're not just in one place. They're online. Listen,
Let's be
they're-
specific.
they're
Where are you
online.
looking at these
Listen,
women?
they're online. They're at Walmart. They're at CVS. They're online. Facebook dating. Plenty of fish. They're everywhere.
I've been to some of them places except for Plenty of Fish.
But here's
I ain't
what
seen
I'm
none of them
saying.
women.
Black people is
But I
black
guess
people
because I don't
meet.
say nothing to them. I guess.
Black people
Black
meet.
people meet is still a thing.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's still on or not. But what I'm saying, like this is like Black Planet. I don't know if it's still there. But people are everywhere. People are doing that thing. See?
Is that Reggie? That Kanisha out there? I
Yeah,
like Kanisha. man.
Reggie's so funny, yeah, Kanisha.
That's
So
the-
He is hilarious.
Yeah.
He hilarious.
And who was that up above? Was that Trina?
Teresa Dotson.
Teresa Dotson. Hey, Miss Dotson, how you doing? Please help us with this young. Help us. We got something going on.
I'm at a loss. I don't know.
What-
I'm trying to understand though. But I get what he's saying to an extent, but then to another extent, I'm like, well, wait, because okay, I don't know if it's different for men and women. Well, I think
Well,
it
it's
depends on
gotta
the
be.
person because
'Cause
I've
obviously-
heard a man tell me that he felt like he was worth more than just giving himself to anybody. So when you're the type of person that feels like I'm not just giving myself to everybody, you know, I need to know you. I need to know who you are because for me, piano playing is a very intimate thing. That's not something you just go doing all willy nilly. You know, this ain't no concert. I ain't selling tickets. This ain't no concert. I ain't trying to fill no arenas.
But-
So if just because you bought me a hamburger. You think you gonna sit on this piano bench and we gonna play piano together?
Here's
Like,
the thing, Miss Dabriah, it's fine. It's okay.
you just, I'm just not your person, right?
Right.
So you,
And
so that's where I get it.
that's
It's
where
like,
it creates
I'm not
the
saying you're a
balance.
bad
We're
person. You're just
good.
not my person. So I'm just gonna go
Right.
find my
And guess
person
what?
who's ready to
And
play
guess what?
piano on day
And
one.
just like that, somebody said, well, I don't like him because of this. Well, I don't like her
Well,
because
so
of
how
that.
does this happen? You said CVS and Walmart. Okay, you meet in Walmart. Y'all have a phone conversation, and she's like, "Hey, I want you to take me on a date." And you're like, "All right, we'll go on a date." You take on a date, and then at the end of the day, it's like, "Okay, let's go play piano."
No, it ain't necessarily that. Not necessarily.
No.
But I'm
But it has happened.
that's
How
got
does this work then?
But
Huh?
he said it has happened is what he said.
Because here's the thing.
But that sounds like objectification.
More than likely,
I injected it. Y'all shot me down.
No, more than likely,
I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
more than likely, my output
Yeah.
is going to be a lot more than her input, pretty much, because of me being a male and me being who I am.
Yeah.
So a lot more of what I'm going to do, I'm putting a lot more value on that.
So in a nutshell,
Because
you're
you're
saying,
doing it, and of course you're
I
because
do.
you're doing
Right.
it.
Because
if you
it-
play
it-
piano with me, I give you whatever you want. Is that what you're saying?
I had
in a
a-
nutshell.
I had a woman tell me that. So she said, when I needed stuff from you that I always got, that was all I needed to do. You know what I told her? Right. Real simple. Because for me to keep getting what I need, I got to keep doing this list you gave me. I got to. I don't have
Well,
a
I do
choice.
want
You
to
don't
say
have a
there's
problem with
nothing
that.
wrong with
I don't
you
have a
knowing
problem
what
with
your
that.
needs are
Right.
and pursuing
These
your
are
needs.
these
I
are
can't
my
say that.
needs. Now, I'm gonna do all these things that you told me to do,
Yeah.
and all that you need. You told me you needed that bag. I got the bag. You told me you needed those earrings. There they are. Flowers. There they are. Teddy bear. There it is. Now come in for a minute. What? 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 You see what I'm saying?
So when that happens,
man,
after
hey,
you-
bro, when that happens,
you're out.
check. Because now you're in the way because you're ungrateful and you don't appreciate it, and I find somebody that will.
So because she doesn't want to play the piano, that means she's ungrateful?
Now I'm saying of all the other things, this is the list you gave me.
It is far outweighs what you ask of her.
It's far away from what I ask of you.
So she should have put time on the list? Like, I'm just...
What do you mean
I'm-
time in a sense of what?
Like, give me some time before I want to play piano, or invest a little
No, these
more
are
of your
people
time
that
in me?
some of these are just people I've gotten into relationships with as the relationship goes on.
Okay.
I'm not talking about, oh, I
When you
met you
first
today.
meet. See,
this
that's
we
what
got
I'm
to do.
assuming.
No,
People that you
that's not.
meeting.
No, that's
Okay,
not that.
okay.
But when you tell me all of those things that you expect from a man,
Mm-hmm.
even in our first conversation, I'm going to tell you this is what I expect from a woman.
Do you put the expectations out there right from the get up on meeting somebody? I'm asking.
Yes, because they do it. They do it.
And it's fair that you do that, so that way she can decide if she
Right.
wants to continue.
And there are some that
with
go
it.
with it and some that don't.
Okay.
And I accept that. And we got to remember, she's putting out her expectations too. She's telling you.
What did Kanisha say? What now? That's what I would.
That's what it sounds like. Reggie just want one thing, and he'll do whatever you want. That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
But you know what?
So guess
I'm not
what?
even mad, Reggie,
Even
because
with
you
that-
just said you let him know up front.
Even at that, you know up front. And you tell me, here's what I expect from you.
Okay.
And I
coming
say,
together now. It's coming
okay.
together now.
It's coming together now.
It's coming together now because he's saying that up front. He's letting them know. And like I said earlier, you choose what you entertain. So if he's saying this up front, I need this from you, and you proceed after that, then you know what you're walking into.
Same.
But if you're the type of woman who like, well, I'm not trying to play.
Same.
piano,
Well, I'm not on
then
the
you
scene
need to
though.
just
So
walk
I-
away.
But that's what I'm saying.
I
Let me
don't
say
know,
this.
'cause
Let me say this. Let me say this and say that. I'm out on the scene. I'm not
I'm
lying.
not
about
on
it.
any
So,
dating
right,
sites,
I'm-
none
right.
of
It's
that.
not even about the days. I'm
Yeah.
saying I'm out there. So I'm meeting women. I'm talking to women.
Yeah.
I've had women say, that's not my thing.
And
I've
that's
had
what
women
you
say,
bye.
I don't like you like that. And I said, cool.
She don't think she could get to like you like that if it grew.
No,
They're not
I'm
really
out.
giving each other chances.
Look,
That's what I'm saying. That
That's-
sounds
that was my
like-
But
point,
what I'm saying,
They so dug in where they are, they're not going.
they're where they are. And I'm where I'm at. I'm where I am. And none of it is wrong. That's what I try to tell people. Nothing is wrong.
It's just a choice.
Dude, I work 2 jobs. There's some people say, man, I can't work 2. Okay.
Don't work.
Don't work them. I'm good.
I
ain't
just
got
say
no
thing
problem
with me.
with
Somebody
it.
tell me
Yeah.
that I wouldn't work those 50 to 60 hours a week.
Right.
No. That's me. I do that.
And you do it with no problem.
Uh-huh.
Never heard you complain. And we keep it moving.
Yeah.
And I live my life, no problem. We keep it moving. And everybody's all right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But sometimes people get caught up in what he needs to do. No, I don't. Because you don't need to do it.
Wow.
And it works. And it works.
It's so many different layers to this
Right.
thing.
It is.
It's levels to
It
it.
is.
Levels, layers, whatever you call it. Because I look at it like you peeling back an onion. It just the deeper you get.
And really, when you peel back the onion on me, I'm at this level, this level, this level. Hey, it's saying the same thing. Right. It's the same word. It's the same word on every
love
page.
Reggie. I love
This is an easy book to read. Maybe.
Let me tell you why I like Reggie.
Okay.
Because Reggie know what he wants.
That's it.
Because an issue that a lot of women have on the dating scene, which I'm not on the dating scene.
Be
okay?
careful.
Boy.
If you watching Boo, I'm not on the dating scene. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not on the dating scene, but an issue a lot of women have on the dating scene is guys just don't seem to know. They're just all over the place, and they just like they.
When you say gotta know what do you mean by that?
Okay,
What
can,
does he tell you he doesn't know what he wants?
You can,
or you just feel him out and say, you know what, that dude don't know what he wants.
Some of them can't even tell you. And then some of them, when you ask direct questions, it's kind of all over the place. You know how you ask
The
somebody
direct question
something,
like what? A direct question like what? Give me two direct questions.
What are you looking for? I literally have had that experience. So what are you looking for? You know, I don't know.
And a lot of people don't
But
know.
see, that's a general question though. But what are you looking for in a woman, or what are you looking for? Period.
Listen, I bet if I ask Reggie what he's looking for, he know. Reggie, what you looking for?
Well, that's disqualified. That's how I disqualified.
I'm just saying.
I'm not. No. You're not doing that to me. I'm not gonna let you do that to me. No, that's not. That is not.
But he knows what he's looking for.
I get that, but I'm not gonna let you do that and say.
There are other men that know what they're looking for too. They might be few and far between. It might be rare.
But here's the thing.
But there's a lot of people that just don't even know what they want. They're
Here's
just
the
out
thing.
there
When you
fishing.
ask that question,
and they waiting on somebody to bite the bait, and then when
if
they
somebody
get a fish,
asks
it's
me,
like,
somebody will ask me,
do
well,
it.
Sam, what are you looking for? What are you asking me? Because that's a general question. What am I looking for in life? What am I looking for in a woman? What am I looking for in a car? What am I looking for? That's an open question, is what I'm saying. And then if a person can't answer that open question, you automatically say, you don't know what you're looking for.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
If I entertain that question from the perspective of we're possibly going to date each other, we're looking to get to know each other in a romantic way.
Yeah.
I mean that. What are you looking for? Are you looking for something long term? Are you looking for just the right now? Are you looking to just play the piano?
You sound like a lease on an apartment right now.
But people, I just don't like my time wasted. I just don't like my time
and
wasted.
I get that. Reggie, he's 61. I'm 59. So
if you're a Reggie and you just want to play the piano in exchange for whatever I asked you for, it's refreshing when a man can say that. Hear me out.
Reggie,
we have an epidemic now of people just wasting people's time to where you don't get what you want, and so you're like, I'm over this, and now I'm 3 months in, and I'm like, you never even said what you wanted. And if I had known up front, you should have just said that's what you wanted, because I could have told you either I can give you that, or either I'm not planning on giving you that, and I can just move on. So somebody like Reggie is refreshing, even though we may not agree with everything he's saying. The concept of what somebody like him is refreshing, because
refreshing to a woman
in the terms of he knows what he wants, so you know what he expects from you up front. You're not guessing. He's not playing games.
Let me ask you this.
He's not hot and cold. He's saying, look, I'll give you everything you want. You just need to do this for me. And you know what you're signing up for.
Reggie,
as opposed to, he said, okay, I'll give you all of this. And then back and forth, he manipulating, he playing games, and y'all 3-4 months in. And you're like, well, if you just wanted to play the piano, you could have just said that. Because either I would have played the piano with you, or I would have told you just go and find somebody else to play the piano with. You get what I'm saying?
Reggie, when women tell you they won't do, what do you say? Okay, bye?
Yeah. That's it. Because I already know it's not going to work. Sam, I've talked to women in one conversation, and I've heard women say
everything you need to know about them in that one conversation.
Sam, they'll tell you. If the woman says to me, "Hey, I'm not romantic," oh, you're not?
A woman told you she wasn't romantic?
And she
I know
says,
some of those.
I'm not
Are you serious?
yeah.
I know it's
And-
crazy, but
I-
I know
And
some.
I said,
I know.
you're not romantic? She said, no, that's really not my thing. Oh, okay.
I know women who don't like to kiss.
Yeah, well, I had that happen. I had the
None
woman
of
say,
It's crazy, I know, but I know
so
women
you're not
who-
romantic?
No.
She said, I don't even like kissing.
Check.
They're out there right.
Because at that point, I'm wasting my time even being on the phone. I'd rather
See,
put my
that's the
phone
same as him
down.
asking her.
I'd rather put
what
my
are you
phone
looking
down
for?
and look at YouTube.
She practiced that on
recording.
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. I'd rather put my phone down and look at YouTube. There's no sense of keeping having a conversation.
But he
She's wasting your-
he
you
literally
wasting
asked
your
her
time.
what she's looking for, though. That was his way of asking what she's looking for. And when she said, well, I'm not looking to kiss nobody because I don't kiss. You know what I'm saying? He
But
was
you
able
like
to check off
kissing.
the list.
If that's
So that
all
was
I
so
He
like-
liked it, so he knew that was a deal breaker.
So I'm gonna say, so kissing would be not kissing would be a deal
Yeah,
breaker.
that's a
because
deal
that's
breaker.
what he likes.
She's already said it. I'm not going to do it.
He said he's not wasting his time.
I'm not going to waste my time. Look, I said, not at all. Not at all. I don't even put myself in that situation. And Sam, I'm trying to tell you, I'm
Like, we
out
make it
there.
too hard.
I'm
We just-
listening to him.
Yeah, because
Sam,
I'm
what
out
you're
here.
saying, it's just like I tell people, I'm out there. So I see what's out there.
you're on the front line.
I'm on the front line. Yeah, I like that. I'm on the front line. I'm on the
It's a
front
war
line.
zone out there. It's a whole war zone
Sam,
out
I'm
there.
on the front. I'm not back in the rear devising a plan. I'm on the front line.
You engaged.
I'm engaged. Yeah, I'm
Not
engaged.
to be married though, because he just trying to play the piano.
Sam, I'm on the front line. So I'm engaged. So I see what it is.
Yeah.
I hear the conversations. And not just one day. I hear them all the time.
So a guy like me just pretty much stuck it.
You just don't, I mean, you're not out there like that.
You're not stuck, but what you want is rare, so it's gonna take a little more time to find it.
Okay.
Yeah, right,
And I
right.
say that from
Right.
personal experience because I'm like you. There's certain standards that I have certain things I want. And I don't subscribe to this new whatever.
Yeah.
But everything that I wanted literally just recently came to me, and it's refreshing because it's like that frontline battle. It's crazy sifting through what you want and who's offering what you want, and then when you finally say, "Oh, I'm old school. I ain't with all this
So
stuff," and
you got
then
to sifting through the terrain and the
And guess how I
It's
do it?
rough.
and the
That's
detritus.
how I do it, Sam. Sam,
Yeah.
and that's how I
Look
do
at that
it.
sound.
See this right here?
that's what it feels like. It feels like medieval times, and they're building axes
Sam,
and
you see this?
everything.
Yeah.
Everything I need is right here. I can sit at my home
Yeah.
in my chair, and I can get everything I need.
Where we at on that?
We got 4 minutes.
We got
I
4
can
minutes.
Get,
Okay.
I can get everything.
Hold
Yes,
that
sir.
thought. Hold that thought right there. We're getting ready to say goodbye to our anchor audience, but we're going to continue discussion on Facebook. But what I did want to shout out to, as I said earlier, Mr. Leland Smith. He has a group a leadership thing for kids that's going on at Paradise AME Church in Jefferson through June 21 through the 21st, and it's going to be dealing with a lot of life-changing lessons that our youth need to learn. And I'm going to collaborate with him because I'm trying to get on behalf of the It's a Wrap with Reggie Sam and the Hope for Xavier Foundation. We would like to sponsor a couple of kids. I got to get in touch with their parents, because I think it's something that's really needed. They do stuff like public speaking, learning, and then learning stuff at an early age, which I think is great. Planning, financial planning, finances, the importance of education, and all of this good stuff. And Mr. Leland Smith, so we got our first call in. Yes, you're on the air with Reggie. It's a wrap. You're on the air with It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam. Go ahead, please. Thank you, Mr. Leland. Go ahead and clarify what it is that we're talking about.
All right.
Let him, he can tell him what he's doing.
Yeah.
Tell him
Go ahead, Mr. Mr.
Tell us
Smith.
about the program.
Teaching camp is a camp that goes beyond the classroom. It goes beyond the classroom. So when people think like investing,
Yes.
risk success,
We can hear you. Go ahead.
okay, you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Risk success, among other things. So we're trying to get the community involved. So we do more than just average class.
Okay. Could you give us some details about it so we can pass them along to our audience? And I'll be posting stuff on my Facebook pages. It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam, the Hope for Xavier Foundation, my regular Facebook page too as well. So if you could give some details about how much it costs and what are the dates exactly.
Trying to listen, that's a delay.
Yeah, this is 3 seconds.
Yeah, so you know.
$30 piece. It's going to be at Paradise A&B Church in Jefferson, Georgia, on MSA Drive.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like for them to know?
We want as many kids as we can from the whole area. We're doing things like investing. Is there anything else you'd like for them to know? And with the Christmas success,
Okay.
and also we're going to do a visit to the sheriff's office so you can see what the jail life is like. Because we're going to keep them away from that.
Absolutely. Mr. Smith, we probably going to want to have you come in as an in-studio guest. If not, we could do it through a Zoom and have you come on and speak some more about it. Maybe one day through the week. Maybe do like a live Zoom call so the people on Facebook can understand what it is that you're going. Because those dates are coming up pretty soon. Here. Yeah, it's like a 3-second delay. I understand that.
Okay. But yeah, we want to really get the community involved because it's important. Because we consider ourselves secure for the common classroom.
And Mr. Smith, what's the name of your group? Your official name for your group? Say that one more time.
212 degrees of excellence. 212 degrees of excellence. Youth program.
Okay.
212 degrees of excellence. And we named it that because in the life, you know, with the like the Olympics,
Yeah.
with a split second that separates first and last place. There's an extra degree. And so with 212, different water starts to boil at 211 degrees. So you need the extra degree, 212, it becomes steam, and steam can power a locomotive. And that's what we do at 212. We give them the extra life steps. That's what we had.
Well, Mr. Smith, we appreciate you, and again, we'll continue to give shout out throughout the broadcast. Like I said, we had to say goodbye to our anchor artists, but we're going to keep the conversation going. But towards the end, I will give a shout out again to your 212. That's an excellent thing that you're doing, and that's the thing that we want to get behind. So again, I thank you for calling in, and we're just going to continue to go ahead with the program. But again, we'll give you a couple more shout outs before we go. And again, I'll try to schedule something throughout the week so me, you, and Reggie can get on and really talk this thing up and let the conversation be about what you're doing. Again, appreciate it. No problem, man. I appreciate you. Love what you're doing. Like I said, we're here for you. All right, guys. Thanks for calling in.
Because there's a time limit there.
Yeah, and that was Mr. Leland Smith. Maybe a few technical difficulties, but I forgot about the 3-second delay that takes place when you're doing that kind of broadcast. But again, his group is called 212. He explained it again, and I think and that was one of the things. The other nonprofit that I have that I really got to get back on the ball with is called Dream Out Loud 2000, and its motto was we wanted to let kids know about the importance of education at an earlier age, because to do some of the stuff that Mr. Smith had just said about keeping them away from jails, letting them know that there are more choices than the ones that they see every day and the ones that are glorified, and some of them maybe trying to lean toward that way. So absolutely, we want to support something like that. But we're going to get back into the conversation. If we still got people who are with us. Who was that?
We do. We
still
have some.
Miss Harris, Miss Vicky Harris, Minister Harris. How you doing? Happy birthday, young lady. Appreciate you being. Listen, you need, bring some God into this conversation because we heathens up here just jacking this thing up. So we need some God in this thing. So to get back to what we were talking about, and you say it's refreshing that Reggie lets people know what a woman that he knows up front. But again, it's some women insulted by that.
How?
You know, well, I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna go way back. Reggie probably remember this song called by Houdini. You know, shout out to Ecstasy you passed here recently.
I like Houdini.
When we gonna get to the good part?
I remember that.
And see, and see, that seems to be the mindset that Reggie. I hear all that, but when we gonna get to the good part?
But you know,
is that? How does that be? At 20, I understand how you can say that's the good part.
I'm with you.
But I'm saying that at 59, I don't call that the good part.
I'm not trying to give my good parts to everybody. Don't deserve my good parts.
Okay.
I'm filtering people. Like, I don't know.
Dabriah Crawford, what's up, man?
About, don't get me wrong, Reggie. I'm not saying Reggie is wrong.
No, I'm not saying he's wrong either. But what I'm saying
he
is,
has the right to. He knows
absolutely.
what he wants, and if you can't give me that, then I need to move on because I'm all for not wasting time. But I just also don't feel like everybody deserves my good parts. So I'm not the type of woman that's like you telling me up front, you want my good parts, and I'm like, what you doing to deserve the good parts? You know
so you gotta earn your good part.
Not necessarily earn it. Well, you can.
Well,
say
I mean,
earn it,
how else would you put it?
You're right. Earn it, but you know, there
Let me say. Earn it does sound kind of worthy. Worthy.
I like that
Okay,
better.
well, I like that
but you're
better.
right. There's a process. There are layers. Some of us prefer to peel through some layers first. Others of us like to just.
We're back to the onion.
Yeah. We see the onion and onion rings. You know. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's all about personal preference, and that's the beauty of it. That's the horror and the beauty of it, because it's just like anything goes. But the beauty of it is for those who know what they want, which is, like I said, what I admire about Reggie and his viewpoint. He knows what he wants. He's gonna go for what he wants, and if you're not in alignment with what I want, why are you even here? You know, and that's cut and dry. But that's refreshing because now. It's me being who I am. If I came across a woman like that, I know that's not what I want to. He didn't waste my time. I didn't waste his. No hard feelings.
So you
know?
Respect that. You can respect
yeah, it's like, and I hope you find what you're looking for. I'm not her, but I appreciate you telling me. I can respect that, and no hard feelings. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not my thing.
Okay. Rich?
Well, that's it. But see, here's the thing. None of it is wrong. If she says, this is what I do, I want this to grow, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm telling whomever, it's going to grow. But this is what I expect along the journey. Because guess what?
You didn't say that before,
All
Reggie.
of those
You didn't say that before, Reggie. You didn't say I want this to grow, but this is what I want to grow away.
You didn't give it a chance to grow.
Said, you just said I want to play piano.
You know, like kill it before it grows.
No, I'm not going to kill it. That's the thing. I'm not going to kill it before it grows.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that before it
said,
grows.
Reggie.
Yeah. No. I'm saying when I'm having a conversation with a woman and she starts to say, I expect this, and this. I said, okay. Not a problem. I don't see a problem. Then when I say, here's what I expect, and the woman says, well, that's not really my thing, or I'm not really like this, or whatever, okay. Then I can accept that.
Yeah.
I'm accepting whatever they tell me. I accept it. Now, I got to do everything I got to do as a man all the time. All the time.
To be that man.
To be that man. Now, I'm just asking for the one thing. Because I've done all that jive, man. Well, I did all the stuff, and then there's a problem at the end. But you didn't tell me all your problems when you needed all this other stuff.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you feel like you got played.
Yeah. Don't go out
Time
to eat.
waste.
Hey, look.
Time
Don't go out
Time
to eat.
and money waste.
Hey, man, don't go out to eat. We got drinks. We got food. Good conversation. And as soon as a time gets to a certain point, oh, I'm so full. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh,
Is that a put on?
Yeah, let's put on, bro. Let us put on. I lived that life, bro. I lived that life. Those days are over. Like you said, 20, 30, okay, I can deal with it. Man, I'm 61. You play that with somebody else. You're not gonna play it with me. And it's okay if you're trying to play it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying, I'm not doing it. And for those that don't, it's okay.
Because like you said, it's not wrong.
It ain't none of it wrong. If you say, I'm not like this, or this happened to me when I was a child, that happened over here. Okay. Don't let us be getting ready to play the piano. You know, this happened to me when I was a child. But why didn't you tell me that when you wanted to go to Papa Do's? You never told me about your childhood at Papa Do's.
At Texas Roadhouse.
You never told me, you know, I would like to fill my car up, but my head hurts.
Your head wouldn't hurt when
Your head wouldn't hurt when you needed your car filled up.
Yeah.
Your head wouldn't hurt.
He's not having it.
Your head wouldn't hurt. I mean, I tell him straight up. Your head wouldn't hurt when you needed this. When you showed me that bag, and you text me the picture of the bag and what it cost, you never text me your head was hurting. You never text me you were tired.
Can't really argue.
And here's the thing.
Really? You cannot argue with that.
Can't really argue with that.
So wait a minute.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying you can't really argue with that.
I gotta ask this. So
yeah, I got another thing. Yeah, I got another thing.
I gotta ask.
Come on, bro.
So if she showed you the bag,
Yes, sir.
and you said, "Well, now if I buy you this bag,"
I don't say that.
she should have an understanding.
She got to have the understanding. I'm showing it. Wait a minute.
How's she supposed to know if you don't say it?
Now I'm getting into objectifying because I'm not gonna do that. Because you're expecting certain
trying to have
things.
your bag ready.
Right? No. Listen.
I was trying so hard. How's she supposed to know
When
if
the
you don't say
when the
it?
woman says, "Here's a picture of this bag. I like this bag. What do you think? Can you get the bag for me?" Yeah, I get it. Not a problem. Now, I ain't gonna sit there and say,
So you didn't
now you
say-
know if I get this bag, what you got to do.
But that's what you mean.
But when she get the bag,
But that's what you didn't say. But that's what you mean.
She got to be
You didn't say but that's what you mean.
She got to know.
Well, how does she know that if
Right.
you didn't say?
Right. Well, she knows. She knows what it's about. But do they give away free bags somewhere?
I ain't gonna
That's
say
what I
that.
know.
I'm not gonna
Bags
say
come-
that.
Look, I told you,
Yeah,
young lady,
program.
No, you give away for you paid for.
my aunt told me years ago, she used to take money from this man. She used to get money from this guy. No problem. That was her thing. Then one day she realized, Santa Claus doesn't come for nothing. You got to be a good boy or a good girl, behave, respect your mother and father. You got to do all this for Santa Claus to come. He's just not coming to be coming. See what I mean?
Yeah, that's not what he does.
But
That's
you
not what he
expecting
does.
people to just know. This different though. This not.
You got to know.
But
Because
you
I'm
know
not
what?
asking you for a bag.
My daddy used to tell me though. My daddy would tell me. He said, "Be careful out here." You know, when I was younger, and you know how your dad schooled a daughter about whatever. He's be careful out here taking gifts from men. Always be able to have your own and provide for yourself. Because when a man pay, you owe. That's what he told me. It might not be right,
Whoa.
but that's what he told me. When a man pay, you owe. So I always knew. I've never been the type to just go asking men for all these
What
things.
conditions? What
Because I'm not trying to play
conditions?
piano. He ain't spend no money if it's over $20.
You talking about you, Reggie?
She said you capping now. You ain't spend no money.
No.
That's what it's saying.
Yeah, but she understands what I'm.
What did she work with?
Oh, Keon said she got to read the fine print. Don't be agreeing with him. It wasn't no fine print on that receipt. He went and purchased that bag, and I don't know nothing about it.
You said this is what you need. Okay.
So when she said she needed that bag, it was just supposed to be understood that you needed to play the piano.
Well, this is what I need.
He didn't say this.
I don't have a list.
He just said, "Okay, I'll get the bag." He didn't say,
Same.
"I'll get the bag."
Okay.
then.
I'm not gonna talk like that. That's understood.
He didn't say, "If I get the bag, then I need this."
That's what I
That's
said.
So
he
how's
meant.
she supposed to know
Yeah.
though?
That's what he meant.
Yeah, Sam. You and I, we deal with a lot. We hear a lot of athletes and entertainers and stuff. I play the game for free. No, they wouldn't.
I think, yeah. I do,
But then when they say, "Oh, I play the game for free," no,
I'm
they
gonna
next
tell you,
thing you know,
I believe there's a couple that would because they love the game that much. But then, but like you,
Y'all let me throw it in here. Keon said it's a busted open contract.
It's a busted open contract. What is that?
Busted open contract.
but
Basically, if she got that bad, she knows she's supposed to bust it open.
you know what's up?
See, this is why I on this new day. See,
Right,
this is exactly why.
and
There's
this
some
ain't-
different rules
and Sam,
going on.
I
This ain't
just
got to
came,
be,
bro.
Sam. This ain't online. This is life.
Yeah, I know.
This is
This
You
how people
expect
moving out here, though.
certain
This is
things.
crazy.
Sam.
So
You
meet somebody
But when was
you
she
is scary.
made? When is she made aware that you're expecting to play the piano
Day
because
one.
she's a
Day
baby?
one.
But see, you
Day
just
one.
said I'm not saying all that. It's understood. How does she know?
No,
if you're not
no.
saying
She
it?
understands. I mean, as we're talking about the relationship, she knows because we're talking down the road now. We're talking
Okay,
months
okay.
down the road. I'm not buying you no bag the first week I meet you.
Okay.
Or I'm not doing
But
that.
there are women out there that will ask you that though.
Right.
Yeah, there are.
Dude, I done had them meet at Starbucks, get a cup of coffee. Hey, the next time, can we go to STK Steakhouse? What? Can we go to Steak 48? What?
So you went from Starbucks
You went from
to
Starbucks to Steak 48. No, I don't know you like that. Like you don't know me. And it's okay.
Well,
Keep
she
it.
can say that
So
about
she
playing
got
the piano.
mad.
I don't know you like that.
And
You
that's
play the
cool.
piano.
I'm fine with that. Because I ain't expect you to do nothing that day or whatever. We can build on it. I'm just saying.
So you mean down the road?
Let's get it understood. This is where we go.
How do you get to that point where you get this is understood?
Well, we're gonna talk. We're gonna have conversations. Cause we're gonna talk all the time. We're gonna have
That's not what he
conversations.
said earlier.
We're
were
going to
saying-
have conversations.
Okay.
Now you gotta understand what is this? What's the word they use, Sam? This is you know, this stuff is liquid. This stuff is constantly changing, or whatever the term is. It's a constant movement. It's not just one. It's got to be like this. Okay, we'll move over here. Okay, we'll do this over there. But at the end, we got to go over here. At the end,
Need you to
our
sit on this
ultimate
piano
goal,
bench.
we got to get over here.
Oh,
That's all.
wow.
That's all.
So along with so what it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, is like, if you're saying that if the objective
Yes, sir.
is understood
Yes, sir.
by both parties,
Yes, sir.
then again, like sometimes I'll say, it don't have to make sense to the people who are involved.
Right.
Dude, we're in our 60s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're in our 60s.
Yeah.
So a lot of this little stuff, ain't nobody trying to do all that.
So if somebody came to you and said, I'm trying to find myself and I really don't know if I want a relationship or not, what would you say to that person?
Okay.
What would you say to that woman?
All right. That's it. Sounds good to me.
And leave me alone.
So you are looking to be in a relationship. You
If
just
it
wanted
falls
to be-
into that path.
Okay. Okay.
But I need you to, if you tell me I'm not romantic, I don't like the kids, well, we ain't gonna have no relationship.
Because if you're in a relationship, all that involves all
Right.
that.
That's why we do what we do. We go to work to get paid. Because guess what? When your check look funny, you got a problem.
Yeah.
When your check don't look right, you got a problem.
Does it always have to come down to economics?
That's what it comes down to.
Reggie
Because
is
when your
apparently-
check doesn't look right, you got a problem.
Reggie said he put in the time, he won't pay me.
Hey,
That's what he said.
that's it. The bag, the dinners.
Well, so go back to what you said.
Yes,
Your
sir.
father told you if a man pay you, I don't like that.
Yeah, I know, but it was him. It was him
I don't
trying
like
to
that.
help me understand certain male mindsets, and that was him saying
What-
something similar to what Reggie
what-
said.
let me ask-
Eventually, a man is going to want to return on that investment. So you be careful out here accepting gifts from people, because if a man's always paying for stuff and whatever, eventually they're gonna want something in return. It's just basically what Reggie was saying. That I guess that understanding. I don't agree with that way of thinking either, but it was that understanding. If I'm buying you all this stuff and we doing this, why did you not expect more to happen? But I think that was his way of trying to warn me and trying to prepare me and not be gullible and fall into the trap of those that come in wanting to shower you with stuff and buy you things just so that they could get to that place.
Yeah.
And Sam,
I know
I've said this to women. I said this to women. Then what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You want me to do everything and you do nothing? Is that what you want?
She want to take and give. She want to take and you want.
Do you want me to
What
do?
you said is she wants to take and she wants you to give. Y'all gonna call that sharing?
Right. What do you? Hey, Sam.
I don't know what street we
Sam,
going down right
Sam,
now.
I'm just asking a question.
I asked him.
Look, I'm
I
just
asked
a
him.
passenger in the
I
car.
asked him.
I don't know where we going
Sam,
with
I
that.
want to ask him. Then what do you want to do? Nothing. Just keep piling up. You know how they used to do when you were a kid. 2 for you, 10 for me.
2
for you, 10 for me. So what you want?
I do get what you're saying, though.
That's
You
all.
want to get something in return for what
That's
you
it.
give. I do understand.
And then guess
what
what?
you said.
If you don't want to give me anything, I'm fine with that. And guess what? You get nothing
get
from
nothing.
me. It's cool.
Even swap ain't no swap.
Even swap ain't no swap, bro.
Well, what he wants just may happen to not be what somebody wants to
Because
give.
all my
but there's
things,
somebody out there who
look,
wants
I tell
to
you
give him
what,
he wants.
like my man said on his podcast, Kevin Samuels. Then you
Oh,
take me out.
gosh.
Then you take
We
me
gotta
out.
touch on that.
Yeah,
Oh,
but here's the
gosh.
thing, Sam.
Not
Then
him.
you take me out. Then you buy me dinner. You see what I'm saying?
I've done that before.
Right. Then keep doing it. Keep buying me dinner. Keep that. And you just keep giving to me. And I don't have to do nothing.
I believe in equal give and take,
Right.
though.
That's all I'm saying. As long as we equal, we fine, bruh. As long as we are equal, we gonna be good.
As long as you don't feel like you did.
Because guess what? And then here's the
What's the
thing.
deal with Kevin Samuel anyway?
But let me say this real quick before I forget this
comment.
one point.
No, you gotta come in.
Like I
You gotta
said,
come in.
like I said to even
'Cause I don't
some of
know.
the women I dealt with, it ain't like you're gonna be doing this all day. 15, 20 minutes tops. 15, 20 minutes, you out. Now you got 23 hours and 40 minutes to get all that you need.
You got to afford because I'm going.
Same. It ain't like it was some woman said, yeah, I was with this guy and he did that all night. I said, no, he didn't. Stop lying on that man.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody did nothing all night. So stop that.
Yeah,
I said he might have been a good 15, 20, that's it, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And then guess what? You got the rest, you got 23 hours and 40 minutes to say,
Listen, 23 hours and 40 minutes.
I need this,
Got it down to
I
the
need
second.
this, I need this, I need this. And guess what? There you go.
See, you call it
So for 23 hours,
Your
she
car is
can say,
clean, washed, filled with gas,
You
you're
got a bag.
comfortable, you're secure,
You done got a bag.
you got security, you got a bag. Guess what? You got more stuff coming too.
Cause we gonna keep doing
But
it.
you
We
know,
gonna keep
all
doing
jokes
this thing.
aside, that it's not really a bad thing. It's just literally men and women have different needs and different wants.
Yeah.
And that's literally him saying, I need this. I'm more than willing to give you everything that you want. This is what I need.
What did Kanisha?
So that's not really a bad thing.
Kanisha, what did you say? 80% of men what now?
Think like Reggie, and it's sad.
Oh my God.
He said,
Well,
he
she
ain't-
said 80% of all
Oh,
men
okay.
think.
Like Reggie, and it's sad.
And it's
That's
sad.
right. That's good.
You think it's 80%?
No,
But-
8%.
But
Probably
Kanisha,
that.
in his defense, when you think about, when you listen, this is why it's important to have conversations.
Absolutely.
When you listen and you think about what he just said, this is, and tell me if I'm wrong. This is what I gathered. This is how I nutshelled it. He's saying, I'm willing to give you everything on this list that you got. I just want you to give me this in return. And as long as he gives you all those things and you give him what he asked for, then he's fine. He's okay. He's not trying to hit it and quit it and go on. It's like, it's just a constant flow of, I'm giving you what you need, you give me what I need. And as long as I'm in, his needs just so happen to just be specifically that. And that's okay. We all, have the right and the ability to determine what we need. Just because I need a bag doesn't mean that, he can't need to play the piano. That's his need. That's his right. So he's saying, if you want this bag, you want these shoes, you want me to take you out, you want me to romance you, okay, that's fine. Great. I'll do all those things. He didn't have a problem doing everything and anything that she wanted. He just said, okay, fulfill my needs too. So it's just a balanced scale for him in his eyes. I'll give you all of this. I just want you to give me that. And you give me that, and I'll keep giving you all
You
of
know
it.
the
And
one
Am
thing.
I right?
It's just no, you're right, and it's just like
Right.
Dabriah is saying. I'm like that book in first grade. Spot, C spot run, C spot bar, C spot this. I'm Spot. Sam, I'm Spot. Sam, I'm Spot.
You know what?
Sam, because on every page was Spot.
This
I'm Spot,
is
man.
our relationship guru. This is our relationship guru. But I'm gonna tell you,
I'm
and
fine.
I'm gonna tell you something. Both of you, the both of y'all, I keep hearing what you say
Yeah.
about the dating scene now.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm not hearing,
Yes,
and I
sir.
guess this is why I'm so lost.
Yes, sir.
I don't hear about feelings. I don't hear about.
Well, see, that's me.
I don't hear about. I care so much about this person that they don't have to ask me anything. I feel. My daughter turned me on to something, a conversation that we had, and it was about knowing your partner's love language.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How important that is. I didn't hear any of this all I keep hearing is
technically that
I'm gonna give you this if you give me this.
Those
You don't want to give me
languages.
this, I'm not gonna give you that.
Some people need gifts.
But Sam,
and
guess
then
what?
is that not an act of service?
But
That he's
Sam,
asking
all of
for? And
that comes.
one
But
of her love
Sam,
languages
all of
is
that.
gifts.
But Sam,
But
all
I'm with
of
you.
that.
I'm a romantic
Sam,
at heart.
yeah, I mean, like
we're gonna have to be in a full.
I thought about you today, and because I'm gonna let you know that I thought about you, though,
right?
I picked up this single rose,
Mm-hmm.
and I gave it to you.
I'm
You know
all
what?
for
I'm
it.
out, and you know what? I bet she would like that bag. Let me get that bag. But I understand what you're coming on to, because if we both understand each other's love language, she's gonna do the same for me.
But Sam,
and
guess
it's
what?
not gonna be provoked.
I'm doing that too.
Again,
but that's
I
his
think
love language, though.
That's not a love language.
But you can't fit all love languages.
I'm not.
But that's his love language.
It's about bargaining.
You.
Okay, it's not a language. It's bargaining.
But see, that's where it's your needs versus his needs. Your needs are different from his needs. So,
I wouldn't necessarily call them needs. My expectation.
Well, for him, that is a need. Well, an expectation. For him. I'm with you. I'm all for the romance.
We're gonna
because if you're listening to if you're in a relationship and you hear your spouse say or your partner say, "Man, if I could just get, say, this item, my life would be so much easier." They don't tell you that they want you to get it from them, but you're there, you know that need it, and you see there's a struggle with it, and you want to make that easier for them. You say, you know what, let me see if I can make this easier for them.
Well, I'll tell you what.
And I guess, and maybe that's why I am who I am.
In my exchange, my person, I'm completely different. I'm not a woman that has all these material needs. I have certain things, like if I feel secure, if I feel safe with you, if I feel I can trust you and you connect with me and we can have those conversations and we have a bond, I feel that way with my person. And there is nothing in this world he could ask me for that I would not do.
Yeah.
And that's just because it's the same concept of what Reggie is saying. He's met all of my needs, even though mine is not a bag and going out to dinner and all that stuff. All that stuff is great. Like, if he wants to romance me, that's fine. But he gives me the things that I need, and whatever he asks for, I'm not going to turn him away because I'm getting what I need too.
Yeah. Okay.
And because he caters to my needs, it makes me want to open up.
That's and that's what I'm saying. You're
but even though he doesn't ask me for anything unreasonable,
and I understand
he's really simple like Reggie when it comes to some. I just need to feel that I'm getting what I need.
And Sam, don't get me wrong, but feelings
and
and all of that are involved with it. That comes with it too. It's just not. Don't get me wrong. I'm just using that as an example of sense of, hey, I've done all this.
So you keep your score, so to speak.
Yeah, however you want to call it. No.
I'm taking so many times.
I understand what you're saying. Call it keeping score. Call it checking off. Call it checking off. Call it keeping score.
Yeah.
Because what happens, Sam? That's what a lot of women will start doing. Oh, you just trying to do this so you can get that.
Yeah,
see, all that crap starts to come in too. If you really love me, you would do.
Manipulation.
See, all that's manipulation. A lot of that comes in.
That's
and again, Sam, you've been out of the game for a minute. You don't know what it's like out there now. If you go out there with the mindset of where you are now, you be like, man, it's like the guy getting out of prison. He like, hey, the guy said he got out of prison. He said, man, guys wear skinny jeans and they wear their pants down.
He went in, it was baggy pants.
Right. When he went in, it was this. Now he comes out, it's that. Now man.
So there's really no hope for me.
He said,
there's no
hope for me.
It just narrows your pool down, way down. That's the way I saw it. It's a million fish in the sea, but that's probably only about a handful of fish that need to be where I'm fishing at.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It just narrows you way down, which kind of really does, it eliminates and does a lot of the work for you. So you don't have to suffer through Yeah, that ain't for me, that ain't for me, that ain't for me. Now you know, okay, I'm gonna fish over here in this pond because that pond got way too much going on. So it narrows your options down, and you can better choose who's
and
for
trust.
you.
Okay.
And here's the thing, I ain't suffering.
No,
Working out great. Hey, guess what?
Better say
Guess
it's
what?
good,
Guess
it's
what?
good
Like she
over
said,
here.
not me, not me, not me. Oh, okay. And it works. And it works. So
I need one thing I need to do.
Yeah.
Dabriah, do me a favor. My guy Xavier is sitting over here, and he has been the consummate kid. He's sitting over. He's been watching. He hasn't disrupted anything. Can you put him on camera for us?
I could.
Turn around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip it around.
Tell everybody. Tell them say hey. Tell them say
Y'all
hey.
say hey to Zay.
Say hey.
Hey Zay.
I got some announcements coming up from him too before we get out of here.
That's fine.
Yeah, thanks,
Zay's
baby.
an
That's
awesome
my
guy.
that's my guy. Tell him hey. Bye. Okay. Tell him get out your face. I got you. We good.
And Sam, we can do this again. Do a part
we
two.
we got to.
But
We got to because there was we got to a certain part of it, but again, you know, when we had the preliminary talk, we did not get into the LGBT. And I
I'm
think
scared to touch that.
why are you scared to touch that?
Because it's you know what?
I just want to know.
And I
why.
hope somebody from this community is watching so you can understand.
Yeah.
It's almost like a landmine. You scared to step because you just one misstep and it's like, oh, you're wrong, you're bashing us. It's like, no, we want to understand.
And that's what I
so
want
we
to
can
the reason
understand how to interact with
that
you.
is the reason that
Just
I want to
because I
have.
don't understand you doesn't equate to I hate you and I just disagree with your lifestyle and I'm trying to, minimize you or take your voice away. I want to understand you because I'm not a part of that community, and how do I know if you're not willing to have a conversation with me?
And that is my point because I want you to understand.
That cancel culture is so strong. Is you say one little thing and they take it and they run with the clip. You know how you say a whole interview and somebody takes a clip,
take it out of context,
and they loop the audio and take it out of context. I feel like that's what goes on a lot of times with that community, and that's why it's like. You see how many celebrities have gotten in trouble?
Yeah, with the cancel culture.
Yeah.
But my thing is this though, and it's always been not just with this subject. It's about with any subject. Mm-hmm. I don't have the answer. You don't have the answer. But if we had a conversation, maybe the answer will be in that conversation that we have. But we're not going to have a conversation.
Or we can agree to disagree, or you can understand me better, and I can understand you
Either
better.
way, you cannot. And that's all it is. I don't have the answer. You don't have, and I don't go.
Doesn't mean that I condemn your lifestyle or anything. I just
think it's something that needs to be addressed because I guess you can call it trolling or whatever. I was looking at a conversation where people having like transgenders don't consider themselves gay.
Mm-hmm. I'm not touching that.
I never thought about that.
I'm not touching that.
I never thought. Why not?
Because you know what, and it's funny that you bring this up. What is today? Today's Saturday. So Tuesday, I was having a conversation with someone from the transgender community. It's somebody that I know, and we're really good friends actually.
Okay.
And they were telling me some of their thoughts surrounding how straight people view them because they were talking about their pronoun, how they like to be addressed.
That was a part of the conversation.
And what I explained to them was it's not that we're shutting down your pronoun. From my perspective, it's a little confusing for me because I don't understand the culture behind it. Yeah. So if you're presenting as one pronoun to me physically from my eyes, that's what I've been trained to see growing up. So if I call you that pronoun because you look like what I've been trained to call that pronoun, please don't be upset with me if you're identifying with the other pronoun. Like if I call you a she because you're presenting as a woman that day, please don't be upset with me if you prefer being called a he. Understand that I don't know that. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't have privy to your thoughts. All I can go by is what I see.
Yeah.
And if you're expecting us to embrace something different, you need to educate us on it.
And
we don't know. It's not I'm not purposely offending you by saying, "Oh, hello, ma'am," because I see a woman, and from being a little girl, I was raised in a society where women look this way and men look that way. So that's where I think we can, because we don't understand the ins and outs. We don't live the culture every day, and we don't speak the lingo or know the labels and whatnot.
And my thing, and it is a touchy subject for some people, But again, it's a conversation I think that needs to be had because we live in such a diverse world now.
But it needs to be had with open mind.
I agree.
Because I can say,
so I'm not going to have
and
it with. I'm not
not
going to come on here and
I
say.
feel like you guys are always defensive because you have to fight so much with society that when somebody tries to have an open dialogue, it's automatically met with well, and I'm like, no, I'm not asking, for that reason. I'm trying to understand you. So I'll say that and I'll leave it alone because I don't want to be misconstrued.
Okay. We're definitely going to have another show because we got into some stuff here today that I think it needs to be further. And since we did not have a caller for the calling line, we had one, Mr. Leland Smith. Thanks so again, Leland. Thank you. We get to keep them. We get to keep that. We keep that money for the next time. And the contest will still hold. Before I get out of here, though, there was a couple of things that I wanted to bring to the community's attention for everybody that's listening. And maybe somebody will be listening later. But I think we had a pretty good audience participation. Thank you everybody that participated in the chat room and everything. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. But next Saturday at the arcade park, they're going to be having what they call a Juneteenth celebration. And of course, the Hope for Xavier Foundation will be there as to be a part of it. Vendors trying to get our message out. And thanks, shout outs to Shanae Warren, my cousin, for inviting us. And I'll be doing a little presentation about what Juneteenth means, because if we're not careful, they'll wind up commercializing this like they do Christmas, like they do Easter, like they do everything else. So I'll have a little spiel. It won't take too long, but I appreciate her giving me the opportunity. And that'll be June 19th, which is officially Juneteenth. It was on June 19th, 1865. But anyway, please, ma'am, please, sir, come out, support the vendors, come out and support this event, help her grow this. Because it is a celebration, but it needs the education about what Juneteenth was all about. Really needs to come out. Absolutely, tell them, Jay. But that's what it's supposed to be. And again, I want to get in touch. Reggie, we're going to try to set that together with Mr. Leland Smith, so we can get some words behind what he's doing with the 212 program that he's got going with leadership with the kids. And like I said, on behalf of It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam and the Hope for Xavier Foundation, we're going to sponsor a couple of kids. It's only $30, but I think what they learned and the experience is going to be priceless, which I think is what they need. So we'll set that up with Mr. Leland. And again, as we quoted on the last podcast, we were not able to have the gala this year, but we did through some donations and some stuff that we're still trying to do too. So you guys, City Hope for Xavier symbol, please family, please serve. We need all the donations we can because this year we got 2 recipients for the Wanda Lene Emerson Scholarship Award and our first male recipient. I can't say enough about this young man. Everybody who knows him will speak to what I'm saying. He's an outstanding young man. I think he will represent the award really well. His name is Chance Calloway. Congratulations to him and to Martavia Bowens. She was the second recipient. This was a year that God was really good to us because we were able to, in spite of not being able to do the fundraisers like we normally do, and we're still struggling with that, but we got financial obligations to the prior winners too because we made a commitment to them and we want to make sure we honor that commitment as well. And getting to that, what I'm saying, we got. If you come out next week, you'll see that we'll have merchandise for sale. You can place orders, T-shirts. Again, I'll post some what they look like. I think I did already. They come in all sizes, small all the way up to a 5X. They're $20. They come in white, gold, and purple, of course, which is our organization's color. Again, we have the clock. Commemorative clocks, license plate, puzzles, all kind of stuff that you can, or if you want to just donate, I don't care if it's $1, you can do that. $, Hope 4X, $, Hope 4X, the number 4, not the word for it. Hope 4X, put that out there too. So if you want to just donate that to a cash up, because again, I think we got enough for the winners this year, but we're trying to make sure that we maintain our obligation to the ones that won it last year and the year before and the year before. And again, special shout out to Chance Calloway for being our first male recipient of the award. But we will be back in full force strong in 2022. And we hope to have all our recipients and maybe we were able to do 2. Maybe we can grow this thing to maybe do 4 for next year. Just wanted to give a shout out to all of us. And again, shout out to my guy, Xavier Durant Hutchins, aka the Big Dirty. Tell him, hey Zay. Anybody ready? Going to be very patient. Good, that's my guy though. But anyway, Reggie, anybody you want to shout out before we get out of here?
No shout outs, but everyone, run your race. It's okay. Wherever you are, when it comes to a relationship or however you do your dance, it's your thing. Enjoy.
Miss Dabriah, again, check out her, Miss Dabriah, check out her wisdom nuggets. Those things are very good. And they come from a place of love too, which makes it even better. Mr. Dabriah, you got something you want to say before we get out of here?
Thank you guys for having me. I really
Yes,
enjoyed
ma'am.
it.
Oh, it ain't over. It's part two. It ain't over. It's definitely part two. And it is definitely not going to be over.
Thank you everybody who tuned in, and I put in the comments how you can donate to the Hope for Xavier Foundation. I put the cash tag.
I appreciate that. Mr. Leland Smith just commented something. I can't say Dabriah. What's that at the bottom? He said what now?
Chance was an alumni of the 212 program.
And I can see where it helped him. He again, that's an outstanding young man. If you have not met him, I've known Chance for a while, but he is awesome. He's an awesome kid, and I can see again he's a product of the 212 program. So that just lets you know. Like I said, we're going to make sure that happens for a couple of kids that I know. And if you can, by all means, he says it's only $30, but again, what they'll get is priceless. And like I said, Mr. Leland, we'll be getting together with you, and maybe one day through the week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, if time permits, we'll do a Facebook Live, and of course we'll broadcast it on our YouTube page as well. Okay. But anyway, we're getting ready to get out of here. And again, Reginald, as we like to say at the end of every show,
yes, sir.
It's a wrap.
There you go.
All right.